Good morning. It's Saturday. And I know what you're saying. Ashley, your camera looks a little different. Or maybe you can't tell. Either way, it's okay. I've lost my battery to my fabulous camera. I feel some type of way about it. Let's talk about it, shall we?
Hey, it's Saturday. That means we're going to spend some time with God. Welcome to Saturdays with God with your girl, Ashley Renee. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get started.
This year, the word of the year, one of the words of the year that came from my church is reset. And we've been talking about this in so many different variations, but this week, God honed in on doing a factory reset. And what that is, everybody has a phone. You've got devices, you've got computers, laptops, tablets, phones, and you know that there's a factory setting that these phones come in, or these devices come in. The factory setting, if you never add anything to the device, it works as intended most of the time. There's a few like out the box issues, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about those times where I open it up, it works beautifully until I start adding things to it that were not a part of the factory, the manufacturer's build, the producer's build, the maker's model, okay? So when we're talking about reset, the Lord kind of just showed me, like, some of us are doing regular resets. For example, case in point, why I can't find my battery. Every night, I reset my house. So after my daughter has run roughshod all over the house, y'all know that's my favorite word. As she's gone through the house, she's pulled out everything, and some stuff she's put up because we're learning how to clean behind ourselves. But for the most part, the house is still, like, to me, a wreck. Well, I reset the house, but even in resetting the house, it still doesn't look clean to me. Not really. It doesn't really look clean. So I end up like, what is going on? And the Lord is like, you need a factory reset. What does that mean? You know what it means when it comes to your device. A factory reset is when we tell the system, hey, wipe it completely clean. Get rid of everything that I have added as the user and take it back to the basic foundation of that device. Take it back. So this requires you to let go. Most of us don't want to do a factory reset on our devices because we have too much on there. We got too much evidence, too many receipts, too much tea, too much stuff we're holding on to. That I can't let that. I can't. Our pictures, our emails, text messages that we holding on to the ex-boyfriend that we had 5 years ago who ain't called us. That was not personal. Okay, I'm good. But just in general, like letting go of some of the junk, clearing it completely out. So there's a thing of a partial reset, which is what most of us are doing, where it's like, okay, you tell the system what to get rid of and what not to get rid of. And then it does as much of a reset as it can do. And then you still have your stuff. But God is really like in a place of like, stop doing these partial reset. Either you all the way in or you not. So I have to do a reset. I don't know, on previous videos, previous Saturdays, I've talked about becoming a minimalist. And the first thing, everything I've watched and listened to, or I haven't read anything, let me not lie. I was getting ready to say, or read. I ain't read nothing about it. But the things, the video, I don't know. Anyway, the things that the people that I've listened to, they all said, it starts here. It starts here. The same thing with God. It starts here and here. It's about what is it you're believing for? or believing? And what are you investing in? Where's your faith? Right? For me, a lot of, like, if you come to my house and it's clean, what you don't see are the crevices. What you don't see are the little corners that have stuff in them. Why? For what? What you don't see are all the closets. I have a storage out back. I have a closet that sits right here beside me. My closet in my bedroom, my daughter's closet. Then there's the attic. I even have a little pantry that I bought for the kitchen. I've got a laundry room that has like a little storage area in it. All of them are overflowing. With what? Great question. Soon we shall find out. But as of today, as of right now, like, I don't know. But I'm still holding on to it. But at the same time, I'm asking God to renew me. I'm asking God to give me new. I'm asking God to fill me up. And he's like, I can't, because you full. You don't have no room. And then what do? Y'all have seen HGTV. You know how we do. We go and buy a bigger house. We don't get rid of anything. We go buy a bigger car. Right? I will upgrade, and then I have a space for everything. I can't move. I can't upgrade. All I have is right here. So I can't keep thinking of what's over there. And there is either in front of me or behind me. I can't. I have to deal with what I have right now. And what I know right now is I am in overload mode and have been for years. Overload keeps you going to Sam's Club every weekend to buy in bulk. But it's just you. Who are you buying in bulk for every weekend? Unless you have a family of like 7, 8, why are you buying in bulk every weekend? Why do you need to go to Sam's every weekend? Don't get me wrong. I know Sam's have some great deals and stuff going on in there that's not necessarily in bulk, but still. It's the overindulgence. And we're not just talking about shopping here. It's also the holding on of the unforgiveness. Holding on of, I'm not going to forgive you because that means I have to let it go. I'm also not going to forgive you because I don't want you to be off the hook, even though you are living your best life. And I'm still just holding on to it. I'm still holding on to the hurt that happened to me when I was 7 years old. It is not benefiting me by no means right now. None. It's simply holding me back. I was reading and like in Galatians, Paul is writing to them and saying, listen, Jesus came so you could live a free life. Don't go putting yourself back in bondage based on some rules and some religious but the bigger picture here is anything that so easily besets you, like any extra weight that so easily ties you down. Don't go putting yourself, don't go put the shackles back on. Jesus freed you from the shame, the guilt, all the condemnation, all of that. He loosed those shackles. They broke. The chains are broke. They're gone. But why are we going and putting the chains back on with all the stuff? Whether it's emotional baggage, financial baggage, because we're trying to keep up with everybody, or legit stuff. I'm sorry, I keep saying stuff like that because that's what I got is stuff. The shoulda, coulda, woulda. I would get rid of that, but you never know when you might need it. Well, tell you what, when I do need it, I will go find it. If it's not something I am actively using, it's not seasonal. You got your Christmas tree stuff, that's seasonal. I'm going to use that. But that box of sewing materials, that box of like Like, I think about my daughter's clothes. She has so many clothes. She was blessed. There was so much love towards her. Rightly so. If you've ever met her, you love her. I'm just saying. She's just that kid. But clothes that are too small, why am I keeping those? Well, you never know if you have another child. I guarantee if I have another baby, boy or girl, we're going shopping. They're going to have all their own clothes. But now don't get me wrong, there's like things that will have her name on them. But I also need to choose. I can't keep all of them. My point being is, when Paul talks in Galatians, he's telling them, listen, all of this stuff I have is keeping me bound. So every night I said, Lord, please forgive me of my sin. Wash me clean. And he's like, done. It don't last long because I get tangled by my stuff. Emotionally, physically, mentally, the mental clutter is overwhelming. So much so that I cannot find my battery nor the charger for my camera. So what then that happens? It begins to cost me. Because what do I got to do now? I got to go buy another battery. How much are they? Like $60 a pop. It's not what I want. But this is what happens when you have a whole bunch of stuff and a whole lot of clutter, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You say, Ashley, how can you have spiritual clutter? Because religion, my traditions, the way I was raised and how I was taught, the notions and the thoughts that I have about who God really is can get in the way and clutter up my spirit. There was a comedian, like as I'm saying the word clutter, there was a comedian, and he used to be like, I got clutter, I got clutter, I got clutter. I hated that song. I hated that skit he did because I knew I got it. Whether it's in here, or literally all around me, which in my case, the trifecta. After this month, we will begin a new project to declutter, and not just declutter, but to become a minimalist, which means I have just what I need. No excess, no more, just what I need. This will free up so much and allow me to move forward to what God really has for me. Like, the mental clutter is so strong, y'all, I can't even sit down and write. It's so hard to focus. It's all this excess. I am tired of it, and I can't keep living like this. I don't know about you. Here's the other piece. When we talk about the factory reset, when we do a factory reset, I can't take the old stuff with me. Like, if you truly do a factory reset on your phone and then you turn around and put everything back on your phone that was already there, the chances of your phone acting up again increase astronomically. I probably said that wrong, but they increase a lot. They increase a lot. The chances, like, you go from, 1% to 85, 90% of your phone acting up again, just because you're going to put everything back that was there. And that defeats the whole purpose of a factory reset. The reset is intended to give you a new chance, a new opportunity. God talks about a reset himself. In Hebrews 8, like 12 and 13, that whole chapter, what he's talking about, or what, as Paul is writing, he's talking about how the original covenant with God was written. It's chiseled out in stone. And it was given when, God led the children of Israel out of Egypt by hand. But then they didn't keep the covenant. And so God said, I'm done with y'all. So he walked away from the covenant as well. So in the new covenant, God is like, we're not going to write this on stone. It's going to be written on your heart. The new covenant is Jesus. He said, with this new covenant, like your sins will be wiped away, never to be remembered again. It's a wipe, factory reset. Yet, you keep having to do a reset, but you haven't done the full reset. Either you in or you out. That being said, I'm going to leave you with this. This is a vision that God gave me. And it just keep playing over in my mind. Everybody is sitting in a train station. Call it Grand Central Station in New York, wherever city you want to go to, Washington, D.C., wherever you want to go to, little five points in Atlanta. It's the main hub of the station. Like everybody is in this train station. You get there by purchasing a ticket. The ticket is salvation. So you purchase your ticket and they say the train is coming. And once a day, the train comes and everybody lines up on the platform to get on the train. Now, kids can't buy their own ticket just yet. It's only when they make a decision to say, okay, I want to get my own ticket. But before then, their parents buy the ticket and they can go with the parent, right? Up until a certain point. Because they're going to have to get their own ticket. But I digress. Everybody lines up on the platform. The train pulls up. And the conductor, the train guy says, all right, all aboard. Here's the problem. You cannot get on the train with all your baggage. With all your stuff. Can't get on the train with all your stuff. So people are like, wait a minute. Why can't I got a ticket? And the thing is, you cannot get on the train with all your stuff, but as you look on the train, people on the train got stuff. Well, how did they get on the train? Here's the key. They got on the train without the stuff, and then they acquired the stuff. Then the stuff was given to them. Because they seeked first. Okay. Stay with me. So, those who refuse to let go of their stuff, the train leaves. And every day they try again. Until some of them are just walking around the train station for years. And every now and then they go back and say, hey, do I need to buy a new ticket or is my ticket still valid? And the ticket guy says, no, your ticket's still good. Your ticket is very valid. You're good. Then why won't they let me on the train? Because no baggage is allowed on the train. But yet you keep trying to hold on to your stuff. I am getting on the train. And because my daughter has to go with me until she reaches of age where she can make her own decision, she's getting on the train as well. So I have to teach her how not to have baggage. You say, well, I still need this and I need that. The Lord is like, I provide everything. Because he says, seek first the kingdom and all his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Get on the train first. Buy your ticket, get on the train, and don't worry about the rest. He'll get it. This was a little longer than I wanted it to be this week, but I'll leave you. Selah. I'll leave you with that. Y'all have a wonderful Saturday. Be blessed. Be encouraged. Please share. Share this. Like it. Subscribe. We're trying to get to just 500. Here, I'm going to say this. One day, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to check my YouTube account and it's going to say you have 50,000 subscribers. And I'm going to lose my mind. All to the glory of God. And I said, okay, and we're done. Have a great Saturday. I love you guys. Bye.